But of course, coming out first is the champions. Well, surprisingly enough, champions coming out first in a title match. I don't know, should that be a bad thing or a good thing, but hopefully it'll probably just be a good thing for each front. But Amber Blake and Ava Brooke are coming out first instead of coming out last to just insert dominance. So now each front are in the ring, getting ready to put their titles on the line. And now here comes Fatal Blooded Italian. And of course on the right, Taylor Hugo. On the left is Jasmine Norancio. And I said before that well, Taylor Hugo is the one woman you do not want to mess with, or at least have her on her bad side. Because once that happens, then you got a whole nother problem. We just saw that Norancio pointing at their tag belts, saying that those belts are coming back with us. And here's the fact that technically your first appearance, and technically when they were aiding Valentino, of course they end up coming on a short loss, but they might be able to learn something new out of tonight. The Fatal Blooded Italians are ready to go to after war against each front, that being a women's tag champion. So of course, starting off this match would be Amber Blake and Taylor Hugo. Hold up. Yeah, I'm literally not controlling anyone. That's weird. But now, pretty much Taylor Hugo said not even trying to at least fight. But now here you come trying to take down at least Ava Brooke, to say the very least. And after Taylor Hugo managed to at least get herself up and going. But I don't know what ended up causing her not to do anything, like the moment the bell rang. Maybe she kind of like was seeing stars or something, but now she's back down to earth. It's putting Ava Brooke into a corner, tag made, and here comes Norancio. Jasmine Norancio trying to target Amber Blake firsthand, but not targeting Brooke. And I could cost her something, but I do not know for sure. Covered now by Ava Brooke. A kick out almost immediately by Norancio. It's not like that Jasmine Norancio wants to lose firsthand, but she is trying her absolute hardest to keep herself in this matchup. pretty much there in the double tag. And now Amber Blake and Taylor Hugo are now legal. For of course, Amber Blake putting Hugo into the corner. But now Taylor Hugo managed to be countered, use a bit of a body blow. Now, as I said before, that yes, well, Hugo is a big opponent, and she would technically go out of her way using her own body as not only a shield, but also a weapon. And that's something that for East Front they want to avoid, like pretty much very much. Covered now by Blake and a kick out by Narecia. Now into his point, going for Jasmine Narecia, tag made for Ava Brooks. The last one? Are you talking about the state? State, yeah. But now, covered now by Ava Brooks. And it's pretty much a pin breaking up by Taylor Hugo for making a save. But now for Ava Brooks, for not trying to show at least, well, any sign of stopping, but instead tags in her partner Amber Blake. And going to stomp onto the arm of Narecia. Into a corner. After Amber Blake very much trying to prove herself that she won't be able to put down Narecia, but now Narecia on the other hand pretty much going from pretty much a mob spin, or technically the mob twist is what she calls it. And she could have picked up the win for Fatal Blooded Italians, but instead for Amber Blake managed to get out at 2. And now East Front realizes who they're going up against. And now, for of course, for Taylor Hugo, trying to choke the, well, not Taylor Hugo, but Narecia trying to choke out the light Amber Blake. And tag made in there is Taylor Hugo. You're not very good with names, are you, Reese? Yeah, I am not. But now covered out by Taylor Hugo. And an immediate kick out by Amber Blake at 2. One tag made to Narecia. Now she is legal. And for Jasmine Narecia, looking to slam down Amber Blake. And we may, and I'm proud to say we may have a new champion only for Amber Blake to kick out. Tag made, and Taylor Hugo is now legal once again. I don't know, East Front could be in trouble. And almost just for a second, almost looked like that Amber Blake's entire arm just got dislocated, but counter by Amber Blake, cover to retain, and a kick out by Taylor Hugo. And now into the corner, going for Amber Blake. Now for Amber. Now man to counter, throwing Hugo into a corner, tag made, and here comes Ava Brooks. And they're looking to try and utilize a bit of a tag team. And now Ava Brooks is 100% legal against Taylor Hugo. Ducking under and going for a bit of a tackle. But of course, not letting Taylor Hugo get the tag on Narecia. For going for, I want to say, like a chin, well, pretty much she calls it the chin release. Now I don't know why would Ava Brooks call a move like the chin release, although she's technically going 2 heels to the opponent's neck. Well, not opponent's neck, but to the opponent's chin. Tag made, and now Amber Blake made legal. And I see that the strategy is technically just trying to wear down Taylor Hugo. Well, to the, well, pretty much to the fullest, and then go for a pin. Tag made, and Jasmine Narecia now legal once again. But of course, Ava Brooke casually throwing Narracia out the ring, and a tag made to Amber Blake. Not sure to Jasmine Narracia know that Amber Blake is legal, but now, of course, Amber Blake trying to at least turn her attention for the Taylor Hugo, only for Narracia to get herself back in the ring. After Amber Blake looking for the Frontier Slam. But of course, a pinfall wouldn't be counted due to Taylor Hugo stopping the count before 1. It seems that for both members of East Front, gonna have to think of something different in order to retain their championship. After Narracia getting her knees up in time, trying to pretty much get a hold of Ava Brooke. We're going for a bit of a suplex. Tag made, and here comes Taylor Hugo yet again. Back and forth for Ava Brooke, going for a bit of a wheelbarrow, I think, arm drag maybe? I do not know, I didn't even select the move. Of course, Ava Brooke going to try to utilize the rope to her small advantage, however, it does not work within her favor. Now, for Taylor Hugo, looking to put at least the finishing touches onto Ava Brooke, and I'm not sure what she's doing. Seems like she's trying to hang her like on the rope to dry, only for Jasmine Narracia to pretty much put the final nail in the coffin. Pretty much giving them the concrete shoes. But now being just shoved into the corner now. It seems that for Narracia, trapping Ava Brooke in a 3-0 before trying to stomp a mud hole into the face of Ava Brooke. But now Ava Brooke is all fired up. I don't know about you, Reese, but I think that for Ava Brooke, it now starting to show a little bit of resiliency here, because she is not stopping until the fatal-blooded Italians are done. Recovered now by Brooke, but yet again, Taylor Hugo makes the save. Of course, for Narracia not putting at least a bit of, is putting a bit of pressure, onto Ava Brooke. One tag made, and here comes Taylor Hugo. Now made the legal woman yet again, slamming Ava Brooke down by the head. I'm not even sure if that's even legal, but whatever works within the two. But now you paid him up, and Ava Brooke trying to utilize it into landing back on her to her feet, but I don't know, will that save her? Because now pretty much being put into the corner and thrown off to the side like a bag of garbage. With a tag made, and Jasmine Narracia is yet again legal. It is not looking good for East Front here tonight in El Paso, Texas, and down goes Brooke. And now for Narracia, try to turn her attention to Amber Blake, and now for Taylor Hugo, we're just throwing Ava Brooke back into the ring for Narracia to finish up, but I'm not sure would this make any sense. Man, the bob and weave going for Ava Brooke into the corner. And now for Ava Brooke trying to at least free herself, knowing that her partner is down in the ring. However, we need to realize that, wait a second, cover now by Narracia, and an immediate kick out at 1 by Ava Brooke. And you see here that Ava Brooke is 100% determined, because she is not going down without putting up a fight. Covered now by Narracia. And another kick out at 1. And of course you see back on the apron is Amber Blake. So Ava Brooke is eligible for a tag. And wait a second. And what the hell are they looking for? Because incoming Hugo! And I don't even know how Narracia is able to pretty much to hold up all the weight of Taylor Hugo, but also throwing her at her opponent. But I guess out, because here comes Taylor Hugo. and seeming to miss the elbow drop, and which that what she could have needed to at least slow Ava Brooks down just for a few seconds. Tag made, and now it's East Front's turn to pretty much put something in their own flavor, and now pretty much for the welcome go to the East by East Front. Cover now. Here goes Narantia to break the pin at 1. And now for Amber Blake, 100% pissed off. However, when Narantia managed to get out of the way in time, and pretty much to the upper part of the body. Yeah, I'm seeing what Amber Blake is trying to do. Pretty much we're trying to go for a bit of a suplex, but now a rollover pin by Hugo. And now another rollover by Blake to retain. And it's a kick out by Hugo. And now pretty much for Amber Blake lifting up Taylor Hugo and slamming her back down to earth. Cover now by Amber Blake to retain. And East Front does retain the women's tag belt. Well, tag team championship, but you get the idea. And as East Front will get to live another day, but now I have a feeling they have a massive target on their back, and that being Fatal Blooded Italians. So all I'm hoping for is that they watch their back and watch them well. Because who knows what those three will pretty much can pull out of their sleeves and use in a match. I'm actually gonna play as him because I'm actually curious, like, how the fuck is this moveset that fucking good? But we shall see. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, the next match, and yes, the Fallout show as of now is technically commercial free. So yeah. So our next matchup will be Mr. Blue and company. Will be Mr. Blue versus Marshall Quinn, and of course, then for Mr. Blue, you will have Nicole Sabin on ringside showing support for Mr. Blue. No, I don't know why it is low. Oh wait a minute, I forgot this was actually had a special guest referee in this match. Oh well, let's just say she wasn't here at the moment.
following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his
I
way to
just
the
realized I
ring,
didn't do the tag entrance.
From Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 223 pounds, the Extreme Universal Champion.
Of course, that for Mr. Blue. Will pretty much have himself his own entrance to be accompanied by Nicole Saban. Now here comes Marshall Quinn, who is going out solo.
And his opponent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 215 pounds, Marshall Quinn.
Wait a second, but here comes Mr. Blue, as he is on Sunday that he was very pissed off in terms of the results. Well, for XWA All for Nothing, but now pretty much being inserted back into, well, pretty much back into the matchup now, and now Churchill now has control over the match, with seeming with that Mr. Blue and not trying to wait, because he is just trying to do something for the absolute worst. And I'm not sure what has gotten into Mr. Blue, but it's seeming like that he does not want, or he doesn't want this to even happen, but yet now he has somewhat no choice. Of course, we did see that Mr. Blue has done the shimmy of Eddie Guerrero, of course, in tribute, well, to the late Eddie Guerrero, well, for tonight. But now after Mr. Blue, now trying to gain speed and going for some running tackle, well, not tackle, but running body splash and the flapjack onto Marshall Quinn. Like, we don't know what have gotten into Mr. Blue, but it's not looking to be pretty. And now there's a bit of a slam down, however, for Mr. Blue, managed to get himself back up. You see me that Blue going for a bit of a snap suplex, and technically for Nicole Saban, gonna have to watch on, but there's another snap suplex and cover now by Mr. Blue. Of course, Marshall Quinn ends up kicking out. And I don't know, like, still what has gotten into Blue. Like, we understand that he is reasonably angry for losing the match at All for Nothing. But out of all people, he wanted to blame Impulse, which, if we want to look back through the footage, we do know that he didn't mean to hit Blue with the stop sign, because he was trying to target Zack Ryder, but instead ended up missing the target. So now pretty much we have thrown to the outside of the ring, and now for Mr. Blue, at least was trying to show off at least what he is capable of in terms of on his own, not being with anyone that wants to be on his side or anything. And now pretty much being almost slammed back first into the commentary table. I think we do need to move out of the way for this, Reese. Yes, you are 100% right. Ref count reaches 7, now 8. Now backside the ring going for Mr. Blue, but here comes Marshall Quinn. Even that for Mr. Blue, it's 100% going through it now. Covered now by Marshall Quinn, and a kick out by Blue. So now pretty much going outside of the ring. But it sees that from Mr. Blue. Still at least trying to keep calm, but instead throwing. Pretty much instead throwing Marshall Quinn out. Try to go for a bit of a body splash, but instead misses the target. And now back into the ring yet again. But wait a second, here comes Mr. Blue. Pretty much going over the top and landing directly on Marshall Quinn. We don't know what is going through the mind of Mr. Blue at the moment. And let alone why he chose to fight Marshall Quinn out of anyone, well, pretty much in that Asylum match alone. To his corner, going to Mr. Blue, and now from Marshall Quinn trying to target the arm of Mr. Blue, trying to at least hyperextend, but now pretty much giving like Mr. Blue a little bit of nostalgia, for pretty much giving him a bit of a throwback, and for the insult to injury. It seemed that Marshall Quinn not only wants to put away from Mr. Blue, but however, for the hidden blade connect onto Blue. Cover now by Marshall Quinn. However, Blue still keeps on fighting. And like that, Marshall Quinn will pretty much also not going to stop if Mr. Blue wants to keep this match going for any longer. Now from Marshall Quinn, getting himself back in the ring, but here comes Quinn with almost a picture perfect moonsault, and the count gets restarted. Now back inside the ring, going for Mr. Blue and Quinn. Like, I don't even know if both of these men will try to put themselves through cover now. Go by Marshall Quinn, and he gets the win.
Here is your winner, Marshall Quinn.
After Marshall Quinn ends up taking the win over Mr. Blue yet again. Of course, after Marshall Quinn leaving the ring in more of a disgusted fashion. Now, of course, we are pretty much for a backstage report that is currently happening as of right now. What's actually going on right now? But wait a second, guys, I'm now hearing word. Pretty much, I'm now getting a confident word saying that Mr. Blue is saying that this whole thing is bullshit and he is not finished. Well, pretty much, he's saying he is definitely not finished with Marshall Quinn. After Marshall Quinn is pretty much heading backstage, at least was expecting nothing but the worst. If I'm looking at it here. But I just been informed that the backstage was seeming that Mr. Blue is not done with Marshall Quinn. Like, what the hell is going on here? After Marshall Quinn pretty much didn't even expect Mr. Blue to literally find him like somewhere backstage, but now for Mr. Blue grabbing steel chair, but for Marshall Quinn pretty much trying to prevent Blue from even utilizing the chair as a weapon. And of course, as this whole fight is also being shown, well, pretty much to our Texas crowd, well, in attendance. And I'm sure the Onslaught general manager is also looking at this quite concerned. I'm not sure if this even is Blue anymore. Steel chair ends up connecting to the face for Marshall Quinn, but seeming that Blue will pretty much did not have enough, and that's two. And then there is three. Something like that from Marshall Quinn. But had 100% got onto the bad side of Mr. Blue. I don't know what the hell potentially happened. And now, whatever Blue is thinking of may not end well. So now both of these men are really fighting on top of the catwalk. I don't know if it's even dangerous that we do have security below, literally just trying to at least get Marshall Quinn and Mr. Blue to stop this once and for all. But I think we have no choice but to commentate this match. Well, not match, but commentate this altercation that is going on backstage. And now, of course, that's for Marshall Quinn slamming Mr. Blue into, well, pretty much into the fence. And there's the roundhouse kick, but Blue just gets up like nothing happened. Like, what the hell is going on? But now, pretty much the fence is gone. And there goes the other fence. So now Blue might be in a bit of trouble here. So now he's on the receiving end, but now, seeming that for Mr. Blue, now pretty much almost looking to try and attempt to throw Marshall Quinn off the edge. But for Marshall Quinn stopping himself. But now, and down goes Blue into the spotlight. Now for Marshall Quinn, but technically it's not going out without putting down Blue. And of course that for Mr. Blue does have a shit ton of blood literally going off his fucking head from what I know of. Now, of course, that for Marshall Quinn, we're pretty much not for trying to lose to a person named Blue whatsoever. And now just simply throwing Marshall Quinn into the glass. Technically a bit of a payback for throwing him into a spotlight. And there goes Blue into the glass yet again. And we don't know what had gotten into the direct mind of both of these men, but now, for Mr. Blue, pretty much trying his absolute best to at least put away Marshall Quinn. And wait a second. Wait, is that my damn car? Reeves, I believe it is. I hope you got some good car insurance for your car, because this is not going to end well. But now for Mr. Blue, for now opening up the door, trapping Marshall Quinn's hand, and oh Jesus! I don't even know, can we even show that on here? Well, we have no choice that the cameras are still rolling backstage. But now, Mr. Blue wants to pretty much put away Marshall Quinn in the worst way possible, slamming him head first into the car. What the fuck is going on? And I have a feeling the security can't even help, but not even to separate both men, well, from what technically would be considered, well, violent actions. And I don't think we don't even need this to happen backstage, but for Blue, well, he said he had enough, and he said he had this enough, and he is going to start picking off each and every member of Zach Wilde's team, even if he has to kill them. But now, Mr. Blue, now looking for the car hood, and oh no, 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 no! Mr. Blue just slammed Marshall Quinn head first, and there's the Dirty Blue directly on the pavement. And now security, now just pulling Blue back and making sure what I don't do even more pain. And no, not again! And another Dirty Blues onto the pavement. Jesus fuck, somebody stop this man. What the hell just happened? Reeves, if I had to be completely honest with you, I have a feeling Mr. Blue had just went off the absolute deep end and he had enough. Could this be the version of Blue that he said that he's praying that he doesn't bring out, you could be right. May God be in everyone's favor if they end up encountering that man backstage. Holy fuck. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, our next match will be coming up next right after the short break. Well, welcome back here to XWA Onslaught here. And just moments ago, we have witnessed Mr. Blue technically just going on an absolute rampage against Marshall Quinn backstage by not only slamming his hand into but not only trapping his hand into a car door, preferably my car to be exact, but also throwing him headfirst into pretty much the driver's side window, and then proceeded to crush his skull with a car hood.
Virginia weighing in at 215 pounds, the ECW United States Champion.
So I don't know. And even the general manager, Keith Richards, well, literally shocked and a bit scared of Blue. I don't know what this even caused for Mr. Blue to be suspended from in-ring competition. And we have gotten word from backstage that Marshall Quinn had been immediately rushed to a nearby hospital. And of course going with him, would actually be some of his teammates. Well, one of them of which happened to be, damn, I don't even know, but of course, Jack Wyatt was here tonight, but he was scheduled to have a match, but now, I don't think he is. And now he's technically saying that he's going with the EMT, with the emergency team, to the local hospital to provide updates on Marshall Quinn. But I don't think Marshall Quinn is technically even alive at this rate. So I guess we gotta go ahead and send our prayers out to him, and hopefully he's still alive. But now focusing onto our technically I want to say co-main event of tonight, but not really, and that being Impulse versus Joseph Cobb. So of course we haven't seen Joseph Cobbs at XWA All for Nothing. However, well, he has said that technically he was gonna be there, well, teaming up with Corey, but however, he had other plans. What are those other plans? He prefers not to say, and probably for the better. Now, of course, here we go between Impulse versus Joseph Cobb. I'm not sure what this even a match, well, like just at least 1 year in the making. But this is way out of Joseph's comfort zone of him literally being part of backyard wrestling. But technically now he is in like a legit full arena. Well, he is in a full arena filled with people from all over the El Paso area. And of course he is fighting, well, one of his friends, well, one of his friends that also had the username of, with that as with Ghost. Now for Impulse getting himself back up and going, pretty much going after Joseph, slamming him down. They're trying to trap him, and I want to say a bit of a full Nelson, I do not know. Pretty much a knee to the kidney and try at least to plant the boot in the center of the chest, but it won't work within Impulse's favor. Now into the ropes. There's a bit of an alley-oop from Joseph. For Impulse is pretty much not trying to stop for whatever reason, trying to at least snap open the neck of Joseph Cobb. So of course it does not work. Now for Impulse, going on to the middle rope, waiting for Joseph to get up, try to go for it, a middle rope spear, and it connects. Of course Joseph ends up getting up, however, for Impulse, is not trying to at least give up, because of course he realized that technically he already has a target behind his back, like post XWA All for Nothing, but he does want to at least prove to most people literally saying that he's the bad guy here, saying that he is not. And he will literally go through hell and back just to prove his point. But after what we saw from backstage, I think that it might be inevitable to where Impulse might end up on the receiving end.
Regardless, you don't understand me like you do.
Now for Impulse, picking up Joseph Cobb, slamming him down. But seeming to now for Impulse, try to go for double judgment. However, Joseph Cobb will have to counter it into a DDT. Will pretty much almost was centered in the ring. There's a massive, I think that was a left hook done by Joseph Cobb, and now trying to snap, will pretty much snap some knee and break the hamstring at the same time on top rope. Here comes Joseph Cobb. He called it the lighter fluid bomb. Well, the lighter bomb is what he actually called it. So now, Joseph Cobb looking to finish off Impulse in the worst way, well, imaginable, but for Impulse, when not putting a absolute end to it, outside of the ring goes for Joseph Cobb. But now for Impulse, now realize he may have a small opportunity. Or realize he may have a small opportunity here. It looks like he's gonna try and go for it. It looks to miss Joe by an inch. See that Impulse is not even finished with Joe. Slamming him, well, chest first into the commentary table. Luckily, we don't have to move out of the way because this is not the old Impulse we remember. Now for Impulse, light it up for the Barracuda. I think it's somewhat hit his target, right? I think so. Now into a corner going for Joe, gut check, and now will pretty much the sniper drop kick connect. Now for Impulse, pretty much looking to go for the Devil's Judgment, and it connects. See that Impulse is not finished yet because he's going to try to go for the hate bomb cover on Joseph. And it will result in a kick out. See that Impulse will pretty much not take it as very likely. But now for Joseph, looking to put an end. So to Impulse, looking to lift him up. Trying to go all around, brings him down with, well, I want to say he called it a stump puller, but I don't know. But Impulse somewhat keeps things moving, but now for Joe, pretty much trying to pop open the knee of Impulse yet again, as for Joe going onto the middle rope. Here he comes for a massive leg drop. I think he landed on Impulse's head, and he might be out. Now trying to lock in a bit of a submission. However, Impulse managed to get himself free. After Joseph doesn't want anything, well, not anything more, but for everything just to take down Impulse. Just trying to at least scrape off the face of Impulse using the top springboard. And I say it again, I don't even know if that's legal. Impulse now showing a bit of resiliency, literally get backing up. Now for Impulse, lighting out. They're looking to try and catch his breath. That's for Joe, man, to get up, and here comes the flying kill shot! And pretty much the kill shot ends up connecting, well, we'll put it onto Joseph Cobbs. And now for Impulse, looking to finish him off, and here comes the LKG, the long kiss goodnight, cover by Impulse. And Joe still kicks out. For Impulse, realize he only have one trick left. Try to go for a sleeper hold, however, for Joe, but not letting it happen. But now for Impulse, realizing that now is his only opportunity, still to try to lock in a submission onto Joe. However, he managed to escape. And now into a corner, going for Impulse, and now for Joe slamming him, I want to say, with a side of the body first into a corner, and try to throw him onto the outside. Knee connects to the face, and now what is Joe thinking? Going for a leg drop, trying to technically go for a guillotine, well, onto Impulse, but now for both men are just giving the absolute worst in this fight alone. But now for Impulse, and oh no, here we go. I say back up, Reeves, because it's not going to look pretty. But pretty much at the commentary table has now been cleared off. And I think now for Impulse, well, I'd love to use our commentary table as pretty much a weapon. But now for Joseph Cobbs, lifting up Impulse, looking to go for the stump puller yet again. And get the cover. But however, for Impulse, managed to force a rope break. And Prayer just elbow straight to the chest. And now pretty much for Joe, lifting up Impulse, dropping him well, not shoulders, but chest first. But into top springboard for Joseph, not letting Impulse go, or at least not letting him escape him. Tell me for Impulse, because it might be in a bit of trouble against Joe. And a counter, and here comes Impulse for the Barracuda, and it connects. For Impulse, realizing he only has, well, pretty much a small open window to do it. And there goes the Pulse combo, but now onto the top rope now. But now for Impulse, trying to at least get the sympathy, with a symphony of the crowd. And it almost worked within his favor. And you can see that for Impulse is bleeding badly. And now the Devil's Judgment, covered by Impulse, and he gets the win. Oh hey look, replays work now, finally. Well, about time, Reef, that we got our replay screen back up and running. But of course, your winner tonight goes to Impulse, that he literally is a complete bloody mess. Now for Impulse, rolling out of the ring. We'll pretty much decide to let Joe, will pretty much live at this rate. Let me see. So, pretty much our final match before co-main event will be, if I can find her. There she is. Our pretty much will be Paige Bailey versus, oh, wrong screen. So our last fight before our co-main event would be Paige Bailey taking on Julia Garcia. Well, in single competition. Don't go anywhere.
is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Milwaukee, Minnesota, Paige Bailey.
Now for Paige Bailey. Coming out pretty much, as I've just been informed, that for Paige Bailey, technically not even a ghost anymore. She's pretty much just a legit human. And I think she probably looked good. Now here comes Julia Garcia. Of course, for Julia Garcia, pretty much decided to go pretty much with her classic attire that she used when she first started wrestling. She actually wrestled in an independent event before it ended up being really popular and everything. So she decided to at least bring it back out, and you can hear, but that for in El Paso, that there are some people that are still booing her to this day. Now Paige Bailey on one end, for Julia Garcia on the other. I like that this match underway between Bailey against Garcia. Pretty much being thrown into the ref. Not sure for any of these women thinking, but I guess it might have been not on the same page. Kick to the midsection. That's a Paige Bailey trying to showcase what she is capable of. Now for whatever Paige Bailey is trying to do, trying to grab the arm of Garcia before technically breaking it entirely, well, the hand of Garcia before breaking it entirely. So now throwing Garcia into a corner for Paige Bailey. Technically now they're trying to at least keep Garcia down. A bottom rope moonsault misses the target. Now for Garcia, we're trying to at least show Bailey how to do a proper moonsault and connect. However, gets one count. Now for Julia Garcia, will yet again trying to show why she would be the best. Well, pretty much the best woman to go up against. But Paige Bailey not buying any of it, but springboard cutter ends up connecting. Now for Julia, pretty much still trying to keep this fight going, or at least trying to prove herself, but it's not working, but in her favor. Prepared to catch in the midsection again. Now into a corner, well not corner, but into the ring. For Paige Bailey, the chop will pull through, and now Garcia gaining speed and a drop kick connected to the side of the face. Now for Paige Bailey rolling out and getting herself back in to at least get herself a breath. Pretty much trying to get herself a bit of air. Now for Julia Garcia does have a bit of respect for her opponent, but of course doesn't want to do anything else. Now a technical score is what I'm looking at. Oh wait, I'm not even looking at the screen, I just realized. So now for Paige Bailey. She's almost looking to get ready to put away Julia Garcia. But hey, give it a moment. By doing the rebound finish. Why? Now it's the Paige. They're trying to grab Julie Garcia into a gut wrench position, but instead, well, does go for it. Covered now by Bailey. And a kick out by Julia Garcia. Corbin, now Paige Bailey. So very much looking to potentially put, well, an end to Julia Garcia at any given moment in time, but instead Paige Bailey getting thrown outside the ring yet again, and now being followed by Garcia. Now for Julia Garcia. Now picking up speed. Now just putting Paige Bailey onto the outside. Turning attempt for Julia Garcia. Trying to get the pinfall over Paige Bailey, but Paige ends up kicking out. And now, technically, Julia Garcia realizing that she would get the victory over Paige Bailey, but instead, she's really telling Paige Bailey to say, come on, show me what you got. Now, I will say be careful what you wish for, Garcia, because you're gonna get exactly that. Nice countered by Julia. And there's a moonsault and elbow connect. And now, for Julia Garcia looking to finish off Paige Bailey. However, Paige Bailey is not gonna let it happen. Now for Paige Bailey, looking to put an end to Garcia, and the match is still going to keep on going. Now, for Paige Bailey, they kind of snapped the arm for Garcia, but that must go the hold. after Paige Bailey literally telling Garcia, just saying that, look, I don't want to do this, but I may just have to break your arm if you don't surrender. Pretty much into a rope going for Paige Bailey, but now Fedora Garcia technically kind of worked her into a rope or whatever it was. I don't even know that both of these women still want to keep this fight going. Cover now by Paige Bailey. And Paige Bailey will get the win.
Here is your winner, Paige Bailey!
Now, let me just get the co-main event all set up. So ladies and gentlemen, our co-main event will be Yuri Bailey versus Nicole Anderson. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a co-main event for XWA Onslaught tonight. Of course, here comes Yuri Bailey.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from parts unknown, Yuri Bailey. You an Andre Chase University size ass whooping.
Now here comes the opponent.
And from Atlanta, Georgia, Nicole.
And here we have Nicole Anderson, which almost looks like Emma a little bit. Now the fight is underway for Yuri Bailey. Teddy trying to overpower Nicole Anderson, but for what she doesn't know is that Nicole Anderson is technically more of a in-ring veteran in terms of the women's division here in the XWA. So of course she is not going to go down with a fight. So she's not going to go down very easily. What I should have said. Now of course up for Yuri Bailey, trying to line Nicole Anderson up for a devastating roundhouse kick. Now to figure her up, slamming her back down to earth. And the beautiful move start connect. And cover now by Yuri Bailey onto Nicole, however Nicole kicks out. Still not looking good. Or for anyone here. Now, gonna get a cover now by Nicole, however Yuri kicks out. A bit of a blue thunder bomb by Yuri Bailey. Of course, he's now starting to get a bit cocky again with the future Hall of Famer, that being with Nicole Anderson. In which I am excited to announce that for XWA Curtain Call, there will be a Hall of Fame class set. So be on the lookout. Cover now by Nicole Anderson. And a kick out by Yuri Bailey. After Yuri Bailey will pretty much try to at least figure out a way to defeat Nicole Anderson. Well, that's impossible. Now, of course, up for Yuri Bailey. Pretty much not trying to show, well, pretty much any point in stopping in terms of defeating a future Hall of Famer. Into which after Yuri Bailey taking up Nicole Anderson, going for a massive running power slam. Well, onto Nicole, but for whatever reason, after Yuri now coming in, and yet again tried to go for two boots to the center of the chest, but Anderson covered now by Yuri, and Yuri Bailey gets the win against Nicole. So now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main event of tonight. Well, thank God, because I'm actually feeling a little bit tired for my damn self. Well, then again, you never know.
Protected our truth in that ridiculous The following contest is a women's division match.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main event. Well, in El Paso, Texas, and that's the champion versus a new arrival.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Phoenix, Arizona, the Extreme Heavyweight Champion,
Except for pretty much for Jamie Alexanderson being in ring, but here comes her opponent, which have been rumored for a few, but believe it or not, this is actually Megan Page's sister, without coming down to the ring as we speak.
and from Madison, Wisconsin,
And this woman here is Chloe Page. Now for Chloe coming in. And how about this for a bit of a throwback, Reeves? Prayer for Chloe Page utilizing the same exact entrance that preparing that her older sister used to use when she was still under the name of the girl Dynamite. Now, of course, your main event is set. And here we go. Well, Alexanderson versus Page. And of course, the title is not on the line, so for those that are worrying about it, don't be. Now for Chloe Page. Her trying to show the women's division that she is not in the shadows of her own sister, and is willing to showcase that she could be one of the very best high flyers to ever exist in the XWA. You just never know. But now, trying to enter a rope, but not really. Now for Jamie Alexanderson, technically just kind of go along with what Chloe Page is doing. A bit of arm drag, but end up connecting. Very much Chloe Page, given the fact this is her first like televised match. Well, let alone her just her first match in the XWA in general. Now, for lifting him up and bringing him back down. And out of fight, he's being taken out onto ringside. Now the ref count reaches 6, and seeming that for Chloe Paige technically wants Jamie for some reason. Not sure if that's a good idea or anything. But now for Chloe throwing Jamie outside of the ring, and now for Chloe Paige gaining speed, going over the top ropes and sticks the landing. For Cass, well, not really, but for Chloe Paige and Jamie Alexander are technically still trying to go at it. But now for Jamie, looking to put away for Chloe Paige with a powerbomb of sorts. It would have been kind of crazy if she managed to get a win off of a simple powerbomb, but it does not work. Now off this side, here comes Jamie Alexander. Well, maybe that's a real shortened name, but she's just prefer being called Jamie Alexander. But now there's these jumps, and now putting in, well, pretty much to tackle onto Chloe Paige, and that almost could have been it. Well, between Paige and Alexanderson, I thought it was going to end off of a simple. We'll try a simple spear attempt. Now entering ropes, but now we are seeing that Chloe Paige is not trying to stop. Well, for nothing. Guys like to see illegal stuns by Chloe Paige. Cover now onto Alexanderson, however, for Jamie managed to get out. So of course now for Chloe Paige, now trying to fire herself up, try to get pretty much overwhelmed. Well, Jamie Alexanderson at least a bit, but I can say it again, but I'll say this again, that pretty much there is no title on the line. So technically both of these women just going all out just for the love of the game. Chloe Paige moving out of the way, going for a moonsault, but managed to catch for Jamie Alexanderson like mid-flip. Instead of her Piranha taking down Jamie Alexanderson, almost being thrown into the corner. Chloe Paige putting Jamie Alexanderson into the corner. And now seeing that for Chloe looking to go for it, not one, but two! One moonsault directly onto Alexanderson, covered by Paige, and she gets the win. And her first ever match and debut.
Here is your winner.
Now for Chloe Paige, will manage to get the victory for her first time in her own, pretty much at the start of her own career. And the future might be bright for her. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see you next time.